there's quite a number of things to say in regards to the UK immigration and change in policies. And the sincere truth is, I think one of the major visa categories in the UK that is actually being affected the most, based on the recent updates, on the immigration policy here in the United Kingdom, is the student visa. Now, it's no longer a news that students from January 2024 will no longer be able to bring in their dependents. And this has really affected the UK in so many ways. Despite the fact that it's going to be January next month, lots of people have actually been been seeing the effect of this decision on the universities. Now, not just the UK alone, so many other developed countries are looking at putting a massive cap on the student visa. So even for Canada, now listen to what the Canadian government has to say in relation to the student visa.
And they're not actually a student, then on that basis alone, they should go home. We don't want to have, one of the problems we have with the student visa program is that it has been used as a fraudulent point of entry, particularly for corrupt employers trying to get labor from abroad. So in general, we believe that we should shut down all the fraud in the student visa program, and anyone who claims to come here to study but is not actually studying should not be here.
So that's what I'm going to share with you, the pros and cons of the recent updates in relation to student visa application, how some of this is going to impact those who are planning to come into the UK from 2024 onward, and also those who are currently in the UK looking at either renewing their visa. Probably you're currently on on an undergraduate program, or you're looking at getting into a postgraduate program, how some of this is going to affect you, so that you're going to make an informed decision in relation to your immigration status in the UK. So if this is something you'd like to know, please don't go anywhere, keep watching until the end. And if you're coming across my channel for the first time, please do hit the subscribe button to join the amazing growing family. And my returning subscribers, thank you guys for being here. I really do appreciate you guys. So without further ado, let's get right into the video. Before I get into the video, if you're looking at moving to any of the developed countries such as the UK, Canada, Australia, and you're planning to write your IELTS, then you want to check out the IELTS study pack I recently launched a couple of months ago. And there's been a lot of testimonies on how those resources have been able to help people ace their IELTS to the minimum of a band 8. Now, if you're looking at getting the IELTS score, the IELTS score, that would help you, launch your desire to move into any of these countries mentioned, that you want to check out the IELTS study pack. Now, to get this package, you need to check out the link in the description of this video. It's going to help you ace your reading, your writing, your speaking, and your listening part of the IELTS exam. And the good thing is that this IELTS study pack is not limited to just one part of the IELTS. Even if you're writing the IELTS General or the IELTS Academic, then these resources are actually for you. So if you're interested, please go to the link in the description of this video and get your IELTS study. The recent changes in the student visa application in the UK, it's really going to cause a lot of things. As a matter of fact, there are already statistics going on already on how this is already affecting the general intake. And in my opinion, I think in the nearest future, probably the next couple of months, or about a year or two, the student visa application route to the UK and Canada is going to be as unstraightforward as it is for the US, like Australia and other developed countries, that their student visa route is not so straightforward. So for Canada now, at the moment, it's quite straightforward because it only takes a longer time compared to the UK. I think the UK is the most straightforward part to study among other developed countries. And the truth is, the decision made by the government has definitely really affected a lot of things. Now, one of the things that has been said, is the fact that the UK might just be losing its popularity among students as it sees a steep decline in enrollment. According to a report published by Enroy, the data predicts a fall in enrollment rates in January 2024, which compared to January 2023. Now, the data published also shows a fall in various factors, which include CAS and visa UK visa applications. Now, in comparison to what is happening or what happened in January 2023 in relation to number of students applying to study in the UK, number of cards being issued, and number of visa applications, it's definitely reduced drastically in January 2024, because this is December. Probably by the time you're watching this video, it's already January 2024. The number of people applying, even for accommodation, student accommodation website and platforms, they're also feeling the effects. The number of people trying to get into the UK is definitely reducing, and this is because of the policy. People who will be coming to the UK are going to be predominantly people who are single, who have got no family, because of course you can't bring in any family come January 2024. So this is definitely going to affect universities in the UK, and yeah, let's see how this really plays out to see if the government is going to change their mind, because before Brexit, the UK was not really an attractive place to come. People are not really flooding into the UK just the way it is now. But after Brexit, they opened their border, allowed people to actually come into the UK to study, and the UK became, you know, an attractive place. Even for me, I used to work in a bank in Nigeria. I worked in the foreign international transaction office, and we were the one dealing with FX transactions and all. After Brexit, we discovered that the demand for pounds increased drastically compared to the way it was in a couple of months and years before that time. So yeah, that's really one of the major reasons why the UK became attractive. But with this new update, then people are actually going to find another destination country aside from the United Kingdom, because who's going to come to study in the UK and leave their families behind? So yeah, so a fall has been majorly seen among Nigerians and Indian students who have been the majority of market drivers in the UK. Now, according to the data published, the Nigerian market is expected to drop by 74% in cars and 76% in visa application. At the same time, one of the market leaders, India, is expected to show a drop of 52% in deposits and 66% in cars and visa application. So yeah, this is some of the things that is definitely going to be happening in in the next couple of months in the United Kingdom. Now, aside from the UK, even for Canada is also facing a lot of accommodation crisis, accommodating number of people flooding into Canada on the student visa. Now, so I think aside from the UK, Canada is also another country that people are actually flooding into for studies and all of those stuff. So yeah, so Canada is also facing housing crisis, and the government has decided to take a very important measure. A couple of days ago, the government also announced that they're going to be putting a lot of restrictions on the student visa, and this is aside from the fact that they're increasing the deposit or the proof of funds from 10,000 Canadian dollars to 20,000 Canadian dollars. Of course, that's making it more difficult for people to move into Canada. Now, listen to what the government has to say in relation to student visa in Canada.
But it'd also be a mistake to invite them to come to Canada with no support, including how to put a roof over their heads. It's why we expect learning institutions to only accept a number of students that they're able to provide for, able to house, or assist in finding off-campus housing. In welcoming international students, we have a responsibility to make sure that students are supported when they come to our country. We also want to ensure that international students don't become victims of unscrupulous individuals who offer them inadequate living conditions, sometimes even at inflated prices. Ahead of September 2024, we are prepared to take necessary measures, including significantly limiting visas to ensure that designated learning institutions provide adequate and sufficient student supports as part of the academic experience. In order to achieve this result, it is imperative that we work together with provincial and territorial governments, learning institutions, and other education stakeholders so we can ensure international students are set up for success in Canada. Enough is enough. If provinces and territories cannot do this, we will do it for them, and they will not like the bluntness of the instruments that we use. Our aim is to strike the right balance between welcoming international students and making sure they have all the need.
So that's the reality of student visa in many of these developed countries. So we're hoping that in the next couple of months, everything gets settled and people get to know what their next move is going to be in relation to moving to any of these countries for studies. So if you want this video, also click on the like button. If you have any questions, please state in the comment section. And if you're coming across this channel for the first time, please do hit the subscribe button to join the amazing growing family. And my returning subscribers, thank you guys for being here. I really do appreciate you guys. So this will be the end of this video, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Thank you.